Boosie going to jail, like jail. And let me tell you why. Now, Boosie just got out on bond, which is a story in of itself. And he was acting confident, bouncing around on his IG live stream, but he looked like a man that was trying to talk himself into confidence. This is a big deal, as he has been charged as a felon with possession of a firearm. The federal statute is so broad and it does not allow any wiggle room. It does not matter who owned the firearm. A felon only needs possession. Now, if a gun is in the felon's hand or on their body, that's possession. That's all it takes for it to be proven under a federal statute. Now, the conviction of the crime has a sentencing max of 15 years. The national average is 5 years. The feds have a 97% success rate of getting a felon jail time if convicted under this statute. Boosie is in serious legal and financial trouble. If he does not plea, say he fights this all the way to trial, he will be down millions before the jury is even selected. Boosie primarily lives in Georgia. First off, the case is literally across the country, and those California lawyers tax per hour. They ain't cheap. Retainers and whatnot. Why do you think Boosie's trying to sell his Rolls Royce for $250,000? That's for the lawyer fees. Then you add in everything else, the flights, the briefs, the legal research, the expert testimony that they're going to need to come in to try to make some kind of legal argument. So yeah, he's selling that Rolls Royce. And by the way, 42,000 miles on a newer model Rolls Royce is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, let's back up. How did we get here? IG. That's right. Instagram. It's insanity. Like, I want everybody to lean in close and listen to the sound of my voice. IG is the police, bruh. Is the police. Why y'all ain't getting that? Boosie has had several IG accounts deactivated for whatever various reason and fought to be on a platform that he doesn't even own for this very thing to happen. It's an addiction. As a rapper, social media is meant to make money only. You get a videographer that films you at a concert, or you reposting club pics for a back end after party. All right? Avoid. No more live stream, please. You use your videos at your concerts and wherever else and your pictures to connect with fans to grow your follower base. Okay? No. So what was reported is Boosie was in San Diego for a video shoot, as he claims, but he was visiting known gang members in a known gang neighborhood. From the gang unit was watching. Let me just back up. Fam, the gang unit was watching his IG, and they saw this man in possession of a firearm in his back on IG Live. Now, you don't believe me? Let's look at the paperwork. This has been filed. This is the indictment. An Instagram user's profile was tagged in the story of KP2 Market Made, utilizing Instagram handle of Mama He Live Again 2.0. That's right. That's the 18th different version of his new Instagram, because he keeps getting it deactivated but keeps coming back. Now, upon review of the profile of Mama He Live Again, the officer recognized the male as LIL Boosie, later identified as Mr. Hatch. At the time of the live story taking place, the officer watched and recorded the live story. The police are on social media. While watching the live story, the officer observed the street sign in the background and heard an unknown male exclaim that they were live on the streets of San Diego. And in that live stream, what did they eventually see? They saw Boosie walking by with what looks very much like a firearm in his back waistband. Dog, what? They wait until he leaves that location, and then the blue boys hit the lights. They find the firearm that looks a lot like what was in the live stream minutes prior. So you can't play it off like you John Morant, like, oh, that was just a toy. No. We just saw that and we just pulled you over. Now, here's more bad news. San Diego is not Los Angeles. There is way less diversity there. The jury will more than likely not look like him. He needs to know that going in. And that's, in my opinion, Boosie needs to take a plea sooner than later. Don't let those lawyers drain you for a bad case. You will have to do time for this anyway, and it's really looking that way. I think you need to use those lawyers to get the best plea deal possible. Case in point, this was originally a state case, so the district attorney of San Diego had picked up this case and brought charges against Boosie. They had him fly back to Cali under the guise that the charges would be dismissed and that would be it. Wrong. They dropped the charges so the feds could take over the case. They arrested Boosie right outside the state courtroom, which was a total shock to Boosie and his attorneys, and it was really a sign of things to come. They took him basically near a holiday weekend, which was Juneteenth. He was not going to get processed and forced him to be jailed over the weekend and the holiday. Boosie got a bond the following week, and the feds still fought it. Why? They're going to drain your pockets. They have the means to do so. They made his attorneys clock more hours to fight over a $50,000 bond. It's just $50K bond. Boosie said it was, motivated for other reasons, but to me, it is really economic. Them lawyers not going to work for free, bro, and they know that. They know that. Now, Boosie fought and got his release, got his bail, but the bond went from $50,000 to $150,000, according to Boosie, which he paid. Another thing that is really concerning is the feds say Boosie's bodyguard was threatened by Boosie while in holding. The feds say that they have prison personnel who have testified they overheard Boosie directly threaten his bodyguard if he did not take the charge. That's a problem. The feds can bring additional indictment for more charges. So right now, there's only the charge for possession of firearm by a felon, which is federal statute 18 U.S.C. section 922 G1. And for that charge alone, Boosie is looking at serious jail time. If they add in threats, obstruction of justice, whatever, that 5-year average may get more years added to it. And we may be talking about 10 plus years. And you're going to be in the federal Cali system, Boosie. You're not going to, it depends on where they send you, but more than likely you're going to be on the West Coast in some federal facility. So that's something that really needs to be thought about. Plus, I really do think the feds are going to seek the max on Boosie, just because of who he is and the cases he's always claimed that he beat and how he's always on podcasts talking about different things. I think that may add into a lot of what's going on. Stay tuned. Black News Network.